Today, they are standing by his side after he was arrested and released here at Delaney Hall. This is so much fun! So what are you waiting for? It's the perfect time of year to book your visit. They say that is far too dangerous for them to let us leave the scene as this fire rages on here behind me. When fire crews arrived around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, flames had already engulfed this now charred home. It is all unfolding here behind me. You might have just heard something loud go off. Perhaps that's some sort of rubber bullet. We aim to highlight where each candidate stands on the issues that matter most to Asian Americans and immigrant communities here across the state. If the legislature sends the Immigrant Trust Act to your desk, would you sign it into law? As governor, how would you handle the potential for more of these facilities opening in the state? They have to be apprehended in some way, and then they have to be housed in the interim. You tell me, what is your plan then for someone who is undocumented? Can they be promised freedom of speech under your administration?
Oh, absolutely.
How important was that endorsement from the president for you?
Although the former mayor of Montclair, Sean Spiller, and Representatives Josh Gottheimer and Mikey Sherrill are all running against the current mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, today they are standing by his side after he was arrested and released here at Delaney Hall.
If you're going to come after one of us, you're going to come after all of us. That's why we're standing here today, to say, hey, we weren't sure if Mayor Baraka would have been able to be here today, but we were going to be here to say it's unacceptable, and just because you try and silence one of us, you're not going to silence all of us.
Standing just steps away from where Newark Mayor Ras Baraka was arrested less than 24 hours ago, gubernatorial opponents Sean Spiller and Congressman Josh Gottheimer united.
I even sent a letter to the Attorney General, the United States Attorney General, this morning saying you're dropping those charges right now, and you're going to reverse course here.
The mayor, who has been charged with trespassing, stepped beyond the gate at the 1,000-bed facility privately operated by Geo Group to join a congressional delegation touring the detention center on Friday. He's been a vocal critic of ICE housing migrants at Delaney Hall, despite ongoing legal battles over permits. Prior to his release, interim U.S. Attorney Alina Habba releasing a statement saying, quote, he has willingly chosen to disregard the law. That will not stand in the state. He has been taken into custody. No one is above the law.
It's about standing up for the folks who are inside here right now, who don't have anyone who can take a peek inside, who don't know who's being held, who don't know what the conditions are. You know, this is just not who we are as a country, and we've got to speak up for it.
Representative Mikey Sherrill, also running for governor, speaking up later on in the day.
To see a police force where we couldn't identify them. They had their badges covered, they didn't have insignia, they didn't have names, they had bandanas on, dark glasses, no accountability. That should not be happening here in New Jersey.
Meantime, on the Republican side, the mayor of Newark has faced criticism for not focusing on other issues such as what's going on here at the airport, and some even going as far as calling this a publicity stunt. Reporting in Newark, Joti Kaur Rekhi, News 12 New Jersey. Long guns drawn and tactical gear on, officers in a tense standoff beginning around 10:30 Saturday morning on Phillips Avenue with the suspect they believe to be barricaded inside this Trenton home.
Apparently, intelligence gathered during our investigation led the law enforcement to believe that the suspect was inside the address down the street on Phillips Avenue, and a perimeter was then set up. However, apparently, before the perimeter was completed, the suspect was able to get out of the location unseen.
Law enforcement at the local, county, state, and federal level coalescing on the 100 block of Phillips Avenue, speaking to Andre Gordon through a megaphone and firing off tear gas in an effort to get him to exit the home. The police director telling us they had reason to believe he was in fact at the house at one point.
We still have to act as if they're in there. If that's the latest information that we have to set up and conduct our operations accordingly.
While this side of Phillips Avenue remained blocked off for more than 6 hours, police actually apprehended Gordon across the street, just a few blocks away on New York Avenue.
They received information that he was walking. They actually located him out on the street.
Gordon taken into police custody unarmed and without incident more than 8 hours after police say he stole a car here in Trenton, then fled to Pennsylvania, shooting and killing 3 people, then allegedly stealing another car to come back here to Trenton.
Coming to a peaceful resolution is the ultimate goal of the police department and all the law enforcement that's involved. There was enough damage and mayhem done and loss of life today, and we didn't want that to happen at the conclusion.
Gordon was processed at the Trenton police station. He was then taken to the county prison, and he's going to be extradited next to Pennsylvania to potentially face additional charges. We're at Saturn Pizza in Brick Township, just one of many restaurants showing their support to fire crews as they continue their efforts with the Jones Road wildfire. The owner tells me donating pizza is just a small way to show his gratitude.
What could I do for you guys?
Excuse me, slice.
Sure.
Pizza with a purpose.
I was actually driving up the Parkway, and the first thing I thought about was, do I turn around? That night I said, what would Grandma do? And I would only ask her for advice. So this was what I came up with.
Giovanni Catani opened up his pizzeria just 2 weeks after his grandma lost her battle with cancer this past February. She was with him throughout the renovation process, and he still feels her here today.
She wrote to me, Giovanni, remember your determination and never give up. Make all your dreams come true. Best wishes for success. Keep God in heart and mind. Love you, heart and soul. Grandma Sandy.
Giovanni says the firefighters who've been out here for days operate with the same heart and soul as his grandma, a nurse.
They're heroes every day, but after what we've seen and how they've kept this contained, there's nothing. This is the prime example.
Caliber Construction also teamed up with Eat Clean Bro to drop off food to first responders still here on scene.
Local businesses in town to the residents have been dropping off everything, food, water, everything that you could think of. It's been amazing, actually. Very proud of the community for this.
And if you want to help Giovanni or any of these other local restaurants or businesses in showing their support, we have a growing list of ways that you can help in this story on our website. Reporting in Brick Township, Joti Rekhi, News 12 New Jersey.